We are joined by UFC head honcho Dana White. Dana, one of the biggest fights in maybe the company's history going down in July. Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo. First question we have to ask you is, does the UFC take any other steps to ensure that a fight of this magnitude actually happens? Obviously, there's injuries, there's drug tests that have to happen. Does it make you nervous that this fight, there's potential that it couldn't happen, that it might not happen?
The potential of it not happening from somebody getting hurt, or
Just
from these two going at each other while we're on this tour?
Yeah, just everything, all of the factors.
Yeah, obviously. You know, if you look at what we've done here, you know, we've spent a lot of money already promoting this fight. Yeah, it would obviously bum us out if it didn't happen at that time. But you know, it's no different than the Barao fight with Dillashaw. You know, Dillashaw needs 6 weeks for that rib to heal, and then, you know, we'll do the fight again. But yeah, I would love to do this fight on July 11th, and let's just hope that stays together. You know, I'm trying to keep these guys. Listen, you know, Jose Aldo does not like Conor McGregor, and Conor is very good at pushing his buttons. You know, we're in a situation here where we came up to Toronto, and, you know, we were in a morning show today, and the producer was trying to arrange the seating. You know, you got 30 seconds before you go back on air. And I kept telling the guy, listen, I don't want these guys. He's trying to put Conor McGregor in a seat behind him, and Conor reached over and slapped Aldo's back. And now Aldo's crazy and doesn't want to do most of the stuff that we have to do today. So, you know, it's been fun.
Dana, Robin Black here. As a promoter, you got to love this. I mean, this is one of the great fights from a promoter standpoint, but you're a fight fan too. Tell me about this fight as Dana, the fight fan.
Yeah, as a fight fan, you know, you look at the credentials of Jose Aldo. You know, the guy hasn't lost in 10 years. You know, the 8 title defenses, and especially coming off the Chad Mendes fight. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you guys, after that Chad Mendes fight, I text both those guys 30 times saying, I can't believe what I just saw. I was honored to be sitting where I was sitting to watch that fight. And I have a feeling that this Conor McGregor fight's going to be the same way. We all know about Jose Aldo. The thing that is a bit of a mystery is we've seen some great things from Conor McGregor in the short time that he's been here. He's a big 145-pounder. He uses his range really well. And what he says, and what is true, is that when he hits those guys at 145 pounds, they feel it, they get hurt, and they go down. It's the perfect matchup, especially when you got two guys that are this good in the prime of their life. They're in the prime right now.
Is it hard to stay neutral considering and the sky's the limit for Conor McGregor? If he becomes the new UFC featherweight champion, the idea of selling out stadiums all around the world is a real possibility.
Yeah, people always say that, and I see that written all over the internet all the time about my face if one person wins opposed to another. These guys are all under contract. Believe me, I stopped thinking about that stuff 10 years ago. You think you know who's going to win in this sport, you never know who's going to win. Whoever wins, wins, and you go on, and it just sort of plays out the way that it plays out. I never have a favorite going in. You know, I mean, I'd be a liar if I didn't say when Tito Ortiz went into fight, I wouldn't love to see him lose. You know what I mean? Definitely that has happened before, but not in a situation like this. Jose Aldo has been an amazing champion. He's been around for a long time. He's a great guy. I like him very much, and obviously Conor McGregor is unbelievable. This thing is going to play out however it's going to play out.
Last thing I want to ask you, for fans that don't know, tell us all about International Fight Week. That fight happening on the 11th. There's also a card the next night on the 12th. What can fans anticipate in the week leading up?
Yeah, for the people who've never been to International Fight Week, it's awesome. And the thing is, you know, we started this thing a few years ago, and it gets better and better every year. We tweak the things that we think need to be tweaked, and we fix it, and it's just, and this year, obviously, with the big, not only the main event with Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo, we also got Rory McDonald, the man who George St. Pierre said would be the next champion, against Robbie Lawler. So International Fight Week this week has such a great, this year has such a great, story to it. You got Brazil being represented. You have Ireland and the UK being represented. You have Canada being represented. The United States. This is truly an International Fight Week, and this is truly a global event.
UFC 189 goes down on July 11th. Dana, thank you so much for the time. The UFC Featherweight Championship of the World will be on the line.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.